What's up? How you doing? In today's video, we're gonna be talking all about new Dior Holiday 2022 collection. I picked out one eyeshadow palette and one blush. I'm gonna demo them for you, and we're gonna compare it to last year's and the year prior to that. We'll just chat some Dior makeup. Alrighty, friends, let's begin. Holiday 2022 collection. They have beautiful items this year. They always release 2 eyeshadow palettes. They actually release 2 beautiful blushes this year. We don't have a highlighter, but we do have some lipsticks, some nail polishes. I talked about this in a previous video, but this is a little sneak peek of all the products that they release. I was able to get this collection quite early because someone at Holt Renfrew here in Toronto, my beautiful SA Dina, she always sneaks things out for me and sells them before before the sale, just so that I could review it for you. This collection isn't ready for the public quite yet. I know at Neiman Marcus they're doing pre-sales, so you can actually go ahead and pre-order it, and then they'll ship it October 10th, I believe it is. I'm gonna leave links below. But anyhow, thank you, Dina, for letting me have these items prior to the sale so that I can review it for you all. If you're in Toronto and you're interested, you can actually message Dina and she'll let you know if when it's ready to be sold or whatnot. I'm gonna leave Dina's Instagram below just in case you want to message her and just say that I sent you, so that she will know who to sell these to. But anyhow, I picked out this eyeshadow palette. They have 2 shades. I thought, this is a little bit of a golden moment. It is better suited for my complexion, but oh boy, was I surprised, actually. Not in a bad way at all. I'm surprised that it is cooler tone that I expected, but beautiful nonetheless. We'll do demos in a minute and you're able to see what I'm talking about. But yeah, I picked out the palette in Cosmic Eyes, and the other one is called, I believe, Galactic Eyes. And I didn't want to pick out Galactic Eyes because it looked a little bit more intimidating. I'll let you see what that looks like. I was able to do a little video in the store when I was picking this one up, and so that's what it looked like. So I went with this eyeshadow. It just looked more appealing to me and my makeup likes and wants. Then I went ahead and picked out Galactic Red blush, and this is meant to go with the other eyeshadow palette, but I decided to just go out of the box, picked out what I really want to review, because the other blush, it just looked peach, it just like whatever, orangey, I don't know, it just didn't look that special. This is a little look of that blush. Again, I was not interested in it. It just looked a little bit boring. This, on the other hand, it just looked beautiful. I needed to have it. So this is the one that we're going to be demoing in today's video. Other than that, they only had 2 lipsticks. One that looks like this, I think is called Plum something, and is a matte formula. And then this other shade, which is a little bit more, like peachy orangey in a satin formula. I actually decided to skip on both of those. I was not drawn to any of them, and I didn't feel like it would go with my look. So just decided to stick with my 999 Dior lipstick from last year's collection. They always release 999. It is part of this holiday collection as well, but they always have like different designs on the lipsticks. This is from a prior years, and we get little snowflakes throughout the bullet. I love this lipstick though. It is beautiful. I wanted to put it on so you can see what it looks like on my complexion. This is such an iconic red. I always use it for the holidays. I always use it for Dior's holiday collection because it's truly iconic. It is a beautiful shade. So I did put it on so you can see what it looks like, but this color is part of 2022 collection as well. Alright, friends, let's move on to the demo. I did go ahead and create 2 eye looks with the palette, and then of course apply the blush. I'm gonna do then some swatches and comparisons to last year's and the year prior to that, just in case you're curious about those. I do have those other holiday palettes from Dior. And yeah, let's just go ahead and do that. Alrighty, friends, let's jump right into the eyeshadow palette. This is what the eyeshadow looks like. I picked out the more golden one. It looks a cool tone. It's called Cosmic Eyes, and I feel like the camera may wash out a bit the colors, but pretty much we have a little bit of warm and coolness at the same time in this palette. Let me turn down the lights so that I can show you well. Okay, so maybe this is a little bit better. This you can see that is very cool tone. Maybe the gold, and these ones are the ones that are giving you a little bit of warmth in the palette, but overall I would say this is a pretty neutral palette in my opinion. This looks real to color. The colors are quite just light, but when I swatched them they felt very pigmented and beautiful. So we'll see how it transferred to the eyes. We're gonna start on to this eye, and I am going to apply this shade right here into my outer V. I'm not sure where I'm going with this look, but we're gonna see. And look how pigmented, just one little pass is very, very, very pigmented, this palette. And all shades here have shimmer, so we don't really get a through like a true matte within the palette. That could be good or bad for some people. I really don't mind. I feel like you know, satin shades like this just perform really well everywhere. Just gonna build upon that shadow. Of course, I am gonna be doing something very holiday-ish. I'm gonna take this shade here and I'm going to take it dry with my brush and just apply it in the center of my lid. And then I'm going to turn my brush and I'm going to apply this shade in the center just to brighten this inner corner. I'm going to take that same shade and apply it in my lower lash. I love this brush by Referral 26. It's so pointy that you can, if you wanted to do that effect, is so easy. I really like it. Of course, this is a holiday look. We're going to a beautiful event. Finally, we're able to, you know, go to places this holiday. So it is exciting actually. There we go. I think I'll leave it like that. Let's work on our other eye. And for the other eye, I'm going to keep it a little bit lighter. I am going to apply my outer V. I actually need to use the black. So I think I'm going to use a little bit of the black onto this eye as well. Just to deepen out. And I'll leave it like I'm going to keep it close to my lash line. Just a little bit on my outer V. I took the slightest bit of it, but I think I'm going to have to apply the black on this eye. I was excited for the black actually because it reminded me of Chanel's Holiday eyeshadow from last year. Anyhow, let's go ahead and apply. Let's apply that light green into my outer V just to see what it looks like. This guy right here. Let's apply it into this eye to see if it deepens anything. And it is quite light. It is truly center shade is not really something to put in an outer V. So I am going to deep back. I'm gonna do the black. Yeah, let's do it. I'll apply the black in my outer V. Top of that one. Because I put it on top of that shade, it looks a little bit grayish. It is beautiful. I am going to apply the gold shade in the center of my lid. And again, I'm applying the shadows dry. Maybe we can wet it just to see what it looks like wet. I think we should. I have my spray here from Charlotte. Just going to that gold right here. That's pretty. It does intensify for sure. And then I'm going to turn my brush and apply this center shade into my inner corner. I'm gonna take the black shade and I'm gonna apply it on my lower lash on this side. I'm actually gonna build upon that black we need to. I'm gonna use my finger. I'm gonna apply a little bit more of the gold at top, and then I'm gonna apply the green on this eye so that we can have a little bit of a distinct, situation. Alrighty, I'm going to apply probably just mascara, maybe lashes and liner, and I'll be right back. Alright friends, I'm back and I went ahead and applied some lashes because it needed to be done. I applied liner, brown liner in my waterline as usual. I did apply lipstick by Dior in 999. This is part of the collection, so I wanted you to just see what it looked like on me. Every year they do different things and different, like they engrave the lipstick differently. This was Golden Snow, I believe it was 2020 collection. So since then I just have this 999 lipstick and I use it every Dior holiday collection because why not? It is an iconic red. So now let's apply the blush. I am very excited to see what this red blush looks like on me. This is a closer look at the blush. This is called the blush is 826 Galactic Red. I don't know, it's not in the packaging, but look at it a little bit far. It looks beautiful. Cannot wait. So let's go ahead and apply it. I'm gonna use my Sonia G brush, and I don't see any glitter in the blush, so that's something good. I do have some bronzer. This is pigmented. I'm so heavy-handed. Oh my goodness. This needs to stop. I always mess up on this side, and then this side I'm just like super aware and light-handed, but it is beautiful. It is a beautiful shade. That's better. Oh my goodness. I was gonna say underneath I have Dior's bronzer. That's what I'm wearing on this side. So let's go ahead tap. I always say tap, tap, and then I don't do it. So this is better. Look at that. This is decent. I don't know why I had to apply it this much. Why is there a need for that? Such a beautiful shade. I feel like it's very, very unique. You know, this red in my collection, so that's why I went with this and not the peach one. This is beautiful, you guys. Very, very beautiful. I really like Dior blushes. This has a little bit of you know, a little bit of shimmer throughout, but it's nothing very abrasive and noticeable, so I don't feel like, you know, people are gonna hate it. It is a holiday product, so I do understand that you want to be, you know, shimmery and glowy and like whatever. Alrighty friends, so those were the two looks that I created with the eyeshadow palette. They do look similar though, I'm not gonna lie, they look very, very similar. But I mean, the whole color story and theme of this palette is just very close together. Like the shades aren't exactly the same, but in the eyes they do transfer very similar. So keep that in mind. If that's a deal breaker for you, then you know, because I feel like the gold, because I wanted to do like a golden eye and a more greenish eye. In person you can tell that this is a little bit more green, but I'm not sure in the camera it really transferred that way. Like this does look golden, but not a whole lot. Like, oh my god, she's wearing gold and she's wearing green. You know, like if I go out like this, they'll be thinking that probably I'm wearing the same eyeshadow when I'm not. You know what I mean? But other than that, I feel like this is beautiful. It's gonna be very suitable for many complexions, which I love, because I feel like a lot of you know, fair and light complexions, they do tend to go for the cool tone shadows, and a little bit of the medium and deeper complexions tend to go with more of the, you know, the warm tones in the palettes. I am warm and this just looks beautiful on me. Very rich, very deep, so I feel like if someone has a deeper complexion than me, it's going to show up, it's going to be built up, and you're gonna tell apart the colors because they're very, very pigmented, really rich and beautiful. I love Dior's like quints like this. I feel like the formula is outstanding. It's one of the best luxury eyeshadows ever since they, you know, reformulated their formulas. I am a big fan, so I am not surprised by one bit that I love it this much. I love that we have a black in here. This black has a golden shimmers throughout, so I feel like this is going to look beautiful all over the eye, you know, with a little bit of some lightness right in the center. I didn't want to do like a full black eye, but yeah, I could see it very, very beautiful. I know that last year Chanel had a beautiful black like this with golden shimmers, so it really reminded me of that, and I really like it. I love the embossing of the eyeshadow. I feel like for gifting is going to be beautiful. That's always like Dior's thing. You know, the beautiful embossing for the holiday, people love that. For gifting is amazing, so I think that this hit every mark in my book. The blush is also stunning. I feel like it's very, very complimentary. This is gonna be beautiful on rich complexions. It's gonna show up a lot. You saw how much pigment we get. When it comes to the blushes from 2021, I remember that it was pink and it had holographic, you know, sparkles all throughout the blush. That was just really not for me. I actually returned that blush, and I am very vocal when it comes to glitter glitter and things like that in my blush. I love a glowy blush, but it cannot be like big chunks of sparks. This has a little bit of a golden something, but it's so minimal. I promise. It is actually beautiful. It just looks soft on the skin. It looks so glowy and very holiday appropriate. So I am not bothered by, you know, the slightest. I feel like this blush is just very beautiful. So comparing again the blush from last year and the year prior to that, oh my god, I had to return those. They're no longer in my collection. They just have too much glitter in them. This is something that I could get on board with 100%. This kind of glow is beautiful. I was asked if this is part of Dior's regular line, and I don't believe it is. I tried to look it up in Dior blushes and I don't see Cosmic Red, Galactic Red, whatever, this red blush, I don't see it in their permanent line. Now when it comes to comparisons to last year's, we need to talk about that. I thought it was closer in color, but it isn't. So let's talk about, first of all, 2020 palette. This is called a Golden Snow, and this is where I got the 999 lipstick from. So this is a look at Golden Snow. You can see that you get a green, a brown, a little pink, and then two light shades. They're really not similar at all. We don't get any browns this year. We get black and we get this beautiful grungy gray, which I feel like is very beautiful for the holidays. So if you have Golden Snow, I don't think they compare at all. And then if you have last year's, which is called Atelier Doré, sorry if I'm butchering that, this is what this palette looks like. Again, we get brown instead of black, but we do get a little bit of a taupe in here. So I did wanted to swatch the two taupes that we got. So these are the two sort of like taupey shades in last year's palette, and this is this year's palette. So this year palette is, you can see, it's more gray. It's not as brown. These do lean a little bit more brown in tone. This year leans more gray and dark. Other than that, we get a gold in last year's right here in the middle, which is very gold. And this year it doesn't look as gold as last year's. Actually, it's more yellow in tone. So this is this year's, this is last year's. They are close in tone. Last year's been a little bit more yellow, and this year been a little bit more rose goldy. Again, last year's just a lean more brown than anything, and this year is totally a grungy gray black goodness. I haven't swatched the palette for you. Let's begin. I love to do live swatches, so you're able to see the pigmentation. So this is the top shade, this is the other shade beside it. So we get that little bit of green, little bit of gold. Then this is the gold shade right there. So here you go. And then let me do the two bottom ones. The black one doesn't swatch the best, so be warned. That's the greenish color, and then that's the black. So here you go, the gray shade and then the black one. Last but not least, we have to swatch the blush. So here we have the blush. Beautiful, very pigmented. Alright friends, that's it for today's video. I hope you find this video helpful in any way. I hope the swatches, the demo, everything I talked about in today's video was helpful to make your decision. I would love to hear your thoughts. What do you think of this collection? Are you interested in it? Are you not? Are you picking any items up? Any comments? Anything at all? Just drop them below. Thanks so much you guys for love and support. Do not forget to share, like, and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.